itch. If I could pluck, the earthquake hit. Look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globetrotter, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta give it all raw now, like Don Dallas. All that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never fly. I give it all, they want me rock, I never blow. I give it all, whoa. What you say, my man? Give it all, whoa. Hey, give it all, whoa. Yeah, stand tall, give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. What do you think when people look at me? 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. A body addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Battle the kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city, they need me, it's clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop your orbit. I keep energy in storage. I see spinning the globe, my fingertip itch. If I could pluck the earthquake hit, look at the wrist, look at your body, I shake it and shift. Big fish in a small pond, Godzilla with a boot on. I step into your lawn, turn skyscrapers into croutons. Hit the button going high speed, need a megaphone to announce me. I move through the pygmies in the top pick, got a big fleece. Sit back, better breathe deep. Look around and they looking at me. 10 toes still never defeat. Push button never needed a key. I see they ain't ready for me. Hot boy still 100 degrees. I cross eyes and I dotted the T's. E&D till I leave in peace. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the
Welcome, fans, to Live and Free on OH Report. And that's right, I said it. We're live. We're free on OH Report, bringing you the live stream of the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves and the Hillsdale Falcons, and they're in the regional championship game. I'm Zack Truax. Adam Thompson is the man that makes everything go, and Keaton Cooper is on camera. I've got Wildman, Hillsdale legend Bill Rogers on stats tonight, so who knows what will happen. It's regional championship week. Win this game, and your team will be remembered as champions for all time. Hillsdale was propelled into this game, but what I'm calling the miracle in Massillon. And 287 yards and 37 carries by Owen Sloan. Cuyahoga Heights arrived here by knocking off the number 1 seed, the number 5 seed, and the number 8 seed. Can this Hillsdale squad break through and take the program where it has never been before? Cuyahoga Heights, on the other hand, is coming off a 5-4 regular season, but once in the playoffs, got red hot and is looking to make its 4th appearance in the Final Four since 2017 and 5th in program history. We'll discuss what each team needs to do in order to claim the regional championship, right after we hear a word from our generous sponsors that make this live stream possible. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back with the Sloan Concrete pregame show.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
You know, yoga isn't just for men with ponytails. It's a great tool for relieving stress. But most of those poses aren't realistic. Yeah. You're a construction worker, not a f***ing gymnast. That's why I made this video. Yoga for men. With poses like Weekend Warrior pose. The man spread. And my personal favorite, the just resting my eyes pose. That's the stuff. From depression, relationships, stress, and everything in between. Go to mantherapy.org and take the 20-point head inspection to better care for what's under that hard hat. Because taking care of your mental health is the manliest thing you can do.
time to wake 'em up. They've been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got.
Welcome back, football fans, to Live and Free on OH Report. We're coming to you from historic Red Ryder Stadium in Orrville, Ohio. We've got the Hillsdale Falcons and the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves in the regional championship game. How did these teams get here? Well, let's take a look at the brackets as we are regaled from some music by the Hillsdale Marching Band. Here comes the bracket, and as you can see, Hillsdale pretty much blew their way to the bracket until they got to this regional semifinals, where we saw that exciting 2 Hail Mary game, the Miracle in Massillon, where Hillsdale pulled off a miraculous victory over the Malvern Hornets. That game, like I said, featured 37 carries, 287 yards by Owen Sloan, and was overshadowed a bit by those 2 Hail Marys. 5 lead changes in that game. Cuyahoga Heights, on the other hand, has scraped their way through. A 5-4 team coming in as a 9 seed has to raise some eyebrows, because typically the 5-win team, that seed is a 13 through 16 seed. Cuyahoga Heights gets the 9 seed. They knock off they knock off the 8 seed, the 5 seed, and the 1 seed to get to this game. So that sets up how they got here. Let's talk a little bit about the teams. The number 9 seed Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves are coached by Hall of Fame coach Al Martin. Since taking over the helm, he has led the program to an eye-popping 8-10 winning percentage and has 38 postseason wins. The Red Wolves made the state championship game in 2016, losing to Minster, and 2017, losing to Marion Local. This experience gives the Red Wolves coaching staff an incredible advantage. When you get this deep into the playoffs, practice routines change. You don't hit like you did during the regular season. And what goes into practice and how you prepare are big stepping stones for every program. So we'll see how they prepared their Red Wolves for this game. Conversely, let's take a look at the Hillsdale Falcons and their team spotlight. Now, the Hillsdale offensive line of left tackle, number 82, Brady Kirchbaum. Left guard, number 77, Garrett Furr. Center, number 52, Brady Heller. Right guard, right now, number 65, Corbin Dieter. Right guard, number 72, Grayson Alice. And right tackle, number 78, Landon Thomas. Those guys have been the straw that stirs the drink for the Falcons. Hillsdale has incredible balance in their offensive attack, and none of that is possible without great play from the offensive line. Added number 5, Knox Lewis, and tight end. Added number 5, Knox Lewis at tight end, and H-back number 15, Jake Haven. And the way Hillsdale can attack you will keep opposing defensive coordinators and head coaches up all night. Just last week, this unit cleared the way for Owen Sloan to rush for almost 300 yards and knocked defenders down so Kael Lewis could roll out with absolutely no pressure in his face and launch the ball down the field for 2 separate Hail Marys. This offensive line has been a standout unit all year and really anchored by Kirchbaum and Heller. Both of those guys made changes this year, moving from more of a skill position to more to the offensive line. Usually a big step for these guys, for players to do that, but these guys able to do it seamlessly and just having a great year playing offensive line. Kirchbaum, on the flip side, has had a standout year on defense with 7 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and about 100 tackles. So look for those guys to really set the tone on a night that is rainy, blustery, and cold. It's going to be a ground and pound type of game. So what will each team need to do to win the game? Well, let's look at the keys to the game for the Red Wolves. Really, the keys to the game for Red Wolves: control the ball. You do not want to get into a boat race with Hillsdale. And if that happens, it's all over for Cuyahoga Heights. On defense, the Red Wolves need to force Hillsdale quarterback Kael Lewis to leave the pocket and roll to his right or left. If you allow Lewis to sit in the pocket or climb the pocket and survey the field, he'll slice your defense to pieces. And now, let's see the keys to victory for your Hillsdale Falcons, as Hillsdale is just about ready to take the field. On offense, go with what brought you this far, and that's being complementary on offense with the run and pass. Make Cuyahoga Heights defend every blade of grass, and don't be afraid to pound the rock with Sloan and that great offensive line with tight end Knox Lewis and H-back Jake Hagan. Hillsdale cannot afford to be impatient here. They need to be impatient. And on defense, Hillsdale has to tackle in the secondary. If there was one thing you can be critical of them in the last game, it's they didn't tackle well in the secondary. Let's see if Coach Cline has that cleaned up going into this week. And the Falcons have just taken the field. That's your Sloan Concrete pregame show. Currently going on our other channels, you can see Danville and Eastern. The winner of this game gets the winner of the Danville-Eastern game, and I think everybody between Ashland, Ohio, and Mount Vernon, Ohio, between Mansfield and Worcester, is praying for that matchup. State semifinals, Danville playing Hillsdale in an East Knox Ashland County game would just be the highlight of a 2024 football season. And we've already got some crowd surfing going on. Now, Cuyahoga Heights won the toss. They deferred. Obviously, Hillsdale's looking to take the ball. And we're going to stay right here, as they've got the clock set to 12 minutes. So the referees are ready to start this game about a minute and a half, 2 minutes early. No problem with that for me, though. Hillsdale's out on the field. Now, in the pregame, Coach Trevor Cline did take his team off the field about 10 minutes before Cuyahoga Heights left the field. Cuyahoga Heights stayed out there a little bit longer, so we'll see what that early chess match is all about. Last week, Malvern did not kick the ball down the field at all. Hillsdale covered every kick and got the ball around the 50. Let's see if Cuyahoga Heights takes a different approach to that. I got to imagine with a coach like Al Martin with an 8-10 winning percentage, almost 260 varsity wins, his team knows how to cover a kickoff. I fully expect this to be a deep kickoff and try and pin Hillsdale back. So right now you can't see the clock because the weather's a little crappy here. We've got our GoPro covered up, but once the weather clears, we'll take that off. But that's the end of the Sloan Concrete pregame show. Now we turn to the action, folks. And right there you see our Simon Construction scoreboard as Cuyahoga Heights kicks off, and that's fielded about the 20 by the up man. Makes one guy miss, brings it out to the 32-yard line. Can we get the lights turned off? Hillsdale takes over the ball about the 32-yard line. Couldn't get a number on the return man. Thank you, number 9. Hillsdale on offense. Kael Lewis at quarterback. That's McFadden and Bauer split to the left. McFadden split to the right. Sloan in the sidecar. Lewis takes a snap over the middle right away for a big game. Number 20, Kyle Turk. Welcome to the game, Mr. Turk. Kyle Turk has had an improving season all year and become a bigger part of this offense and defense. And surprise Cuyahoga Heights right there. Obviously, you're playing Hillsdale. You think about covering Young, Bauer, and McFadden. So great job, self-scouting by Coach Cline there, finding Kyle Turk on the first play. 1st and 10. Quick pass to Bauer, and gets about a yard on that quick pass. Makes it 2nd and 9. Hillsdale not afraid to pass in the inclement weather right away. Bauer and Turk come out. Young splits to the right. Haven's in the H-back to the left. Sloan in the sidecar next to Lewis. Fake the handoff to Sloan. Quick pass. Oh, almost got jumped, but that is complete on the right side to number 2, Holland Young. He pushes it ahead for a 3rd and manageable. Boy, I gotta think. I don't go back to that well another time. The Cuyahoga Heights defender almost jumped that thing. You've got that short pass set up. Now, if you're Hillsdale, maybe have Lewis look to that short pass, and then release that blocker downfield to go up top. 3rd and 5 here. Sloan's not touched the ball yet. There's handoff to Sloan. He finds a crease, and he pushes ahead. 4th down, and very manageable on their side of the 50. I don't think there's any question what Hillsdale does right here. They got to go. They're going for it. Right here, I believe in that big offensive line if I'm Hillsdale, and I give it to Sloan behind Knox, Lewis, and Jake Haven. That's who I give it to, running off that left side with Brady Kirchbaum. Those are 3 best blockers right there. 2 receivers split left. Sloan. Now they motion Lewis and Haven to the left. And looks like flag on the play. See if we can get a replay here on our Brewed Kitchen and Brewed Coffee and Donuts replay here. Try and see who jumped there. Everyone moved but the center. That moves Hillsdale back 5, and Coach Cline electing to punt and play a little field position here. Frame by frame, you see everyone move but the center. So easy call for the officials there. First big mistake for Hillsdale. But they had a 4th and manageable with a great running attack. Now they're forced to punt. McFadden sends it, and it's caught, fielded after a short punt. Cuyahoga Heights takes over with decent field position at the 16-yard line. Boy, this is a dangerous catch right here. That was Devin Diezik on fielding the punt. Cuyahoga Heights takes over on offense. They are a run-heavy team. Look for number 4, Gavin Chamberlain, to get the ball often and early. There's Diezik right. I'm sorry. That's Chamberlain up the middle, and Hillsdale's the strength of this defense is that interior defense. Brady Heller at linebacker with 109 tackles, and Heller steps up and makes a stop right there. Give that young man another tackle. I'm sorry, 120 tackles now. Give him another tackle. Makes it 2nd and long for Cuyahoga Heights. The Red Wolves come to the line, unbalanced. 2 wings, fullback set behind him. Looking to pass, and that is in and out of the hands of number 24, Zach Unger. Unger, a 2-time returning district player. But the ball was on time. Just a great play by the Hillsdale defender. That looked like number 10, Hayden McFadden, coming through for the Falcons. Makes it 3rd and long here for Cuyahoga Heights. Heights likes to run that unbalanced line. This time they go with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 wing backs. No one in the backfield with quarterback Zach Schaefer. Schaefer back, looking to pass, and overshoots his man, number 29. get a name on 29 there, but overshoots him there, and that forces Cuyahoga Heights to punt. Punts away. Bowers under it, fields it, got some grass, makes one man miss, up the middle, makes another man miss, keeps his feet, and gives Hillsdale great field position at the 36-yard line. That's just how you draw it up if you're playing the field position game tonight on a cold, wet night. Great return by Bauer here. Let's see it on the brewed coffee replay. Bauer fields it about the 47. One man miss there, and great job just getting up straight up the field. So many times guys try and bounce that right or left. The best way to return a punt is right down the throat of the defenders. Hillsdale on offense. Lewis with the ball, looking to pass, going deep. He's got McFadden open. McFadden flipping the ball. There it is in double coverage. Kael Lewis is never afraid to put the ball up for his tall receivers, and right there, Hayden McFadden comes down with his 18th touchdown of the year. Hillsdale's on the board. Bring on A.J. Brown. 30-yard touchdown to Hayden McFadden. Hillsdale strikes first. A.J. Brown looking to make it a 7-point game. Hillsdale in that swing gate extra point look. Here's a split screen. You can see the replay as we're also watching the extra point. But Lewis is never afraid to throw the 50-50 ball up for McFadden, even in double coverage, and he comes down to it so often. There's A.J. Brown's kick, up and good. That makes your score the Hillsdale Falcons 7, Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves 0. We come back. Hillsdale kicks off. Stick with us, live and free on OH Report.
Home and Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe now.
Welcome back to Orrville, Ohio. Regional championship game. The Hillsdale Falcons and the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves. Hillsdale strikes first, makes it 7-0 with 8 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the first quarter. On a beautiful 30-yard pass from Lewis to Hayden McFadden. And McFadden been the magic man lately, well, really all season for Hillsdale. As McFadden toes it up. Good kickoff by McFadden, gets it down to about the 15. The return up to the 31. Good coverage by Hillsdale. Cuyahoga Heights takes over. 1st and 10. Let's see if the Red Wolves can figure something out here. They tried to run it right at Hillsdale early, and that's not how you're going to score on Hillsdale. You've got to have a balanced attack. Thanks for everybody watching online in the fan zone. We appreciate your comments. Cuyahoga Heights comes to the line of scrimmage. Unbalanced line. 2 receivers left. Wing in motion. Handoff up the middle. That's number 4, Gavin Chamberlain. At the end of the season, Chamberlain, coming into the playoffs, had 782 yards and 12 touchdowns in 9 games. So he is an effective runner, and he pushes ahead for a good 5-yard gain. Boy, really nice job by the Cuyahoga Heights O-line there, changing the line of scrimmage. Don't typically see the Hillsdale D-line get pushed back like that. Makes it 2nd and 5 for Cuyahoga Heights. Man in motion. Handoff again up the middle of Chamberlain. He pushes ahead for maybe 2. Gives Cuyahoga Heights a 3rd and manageable. Here's the replay on the Brewed Coffee and Donuts replay, and nice tackle there. Let's get a number on that tackle. Couldn't see, but great job by Jake Haven closing down to make that tackle. Hillsdale fans showed up tonight. Cuyahoga Heights on the ball. Option, fumbled, and ball's on the ground, and Hillsdale comes up with it. Oh, huge mistake by the Red Wolves on the option. Schaefer, just an old school Oklahoma option there. Runs at the defensive end. He makes the right play here. The play here for Schaefer is the pitch. He makes the right play there, pitches it, but Chamberlain unable to secure the ball, and coming up with the fumble recovery is the Hillsdale Falcons. Didn't get a number on the guy who recovered that fumble. But we got a Hillsdale guy down. 2 Hillsdale guys down early. Aiden Hoffman for Hillsdale. I think that's who recovered the 58. I'm sorry, thank you. 58 Stevens recovered the fumble. That's Aiden Hoffman down the field right now. I tell you what, when it's cold and wet like this, the hits hurt a little more. And on the split screen, Danville is on top of Eastern, 8-0. So things are trending in the right direction. And Hoffman is limping off the field. Boy, he is an important part of that Hillsdale defense. He's got over 100 tackles on the year. There's a replay of the fumble. But you know what? I changed my mind. Schaefer should have kept that and gotten down the line right there. So Hillsdale takes over the short field, looking to put some distance between them and the Red Wolves. A 14-point lead could be big in this kind of weather with the Red Wolves running attack. 2 receivers left. Lewis looking to throw. Got a man open. Breaks 2 tackles down the sideline. Number 2, Harlan Young on a big reception. Might have broke about 3 tackles here. Let's see. Great route. They'll curl. 1, 2, 3 tackles. Guys just try and put a shoulder into him, push him out of bounds. Runs right through the tackles. Sets up Hillsdale. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, so they can pick up a first down here. Lewis brings him to the line. Sloan in the sidecar, two receivers to the right. Give to Sloan up the middle. Ball's over the first man, pushes to the touchdown, and just pulled up a little short, but he's close to a first down. Oh, Sloan punishing tacklers on that run here. Great blocking, make one, and just runs right over a Cuyahoga Heights defender. Almost for another Buckeye Horizon first down. Ball on the 3-yard line now. 4 yards to get a touchdown. 2 yards to get a first down. Let's see if they go back to Sloan behind that offensive line. And they certainly do. Oh, look at number 15, Jake Haven, blow that thing open so Sloan can walk in the end zone. We're going to love to see that replay. Sloan in for his 26th touchdown of the year. Watch Haven blow this thing open. Right there, Furr picks up a block, and in walks Sloan for an easy touchdown. And the Falcons have blown a lead open with Mr. Automatic coming up to kick the extra point, A.J. Brown. Now, I said that a couple weeks ago, and I jinxed him, and everyone's looking at me side-eyed right now in the press box. But I'm telling you, there's no jinxing the kid. It's not my fault. He's Mr. Automatic. You hit 60 PATs in high school, you're automatic. Up, and it is good. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, Hillsdale kicks off. Stay with us, live and free on OH Report.
Home and Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change.
Welcome back to Orrville, Ohio. Hillsdale's jumped out to a 14-point lead with 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Here's another look at that touchdown run. Great blocking by Haven and by Furr allows Sloan just to walk in the end zone. And Hillsdale has opened up a precarious 14-point lead over the Red Wolves. McFadden kicks it deep again. Fielded about the 15 by the Cuyahoga Heights returner. And beautiful tackle. That's number 2. Holland Young on the tackle. Great coverage. Hillsdale covering kickoff so much better this week. And that's exactly what you want to do on a team that is a running team. You've got to put them deep and make them drive the field. The Red Wolves come out on offense. Not terrible field position at 29, but have not been able to find a way to catch their footing just yet. Their best plays have been runs up the middle for minimal gains of 5 and 4 yards. Schaefer under center. Chamberlain behind him. Schaefer on the option again. This time Schaefer keeps it. That's the better read this time. He's ahead for 5 yards. Yeah, when I called that first pitch, I said Schaefer did the right thing by pitching it, but actually he should have kept it there. Obviously coached up on the sidelines. It's the first play they run on their third possession, and it goes for positive yards of 6. 5:10 and the clock ticking in the first quarter. Hillsdale up 14-0 on your Simonson Construction scoreboard. Schaefer under center. Give to Chamberlain again. Chamberlain pushes ahead for a minimal gain, maybe a yard. Kirschbaum on the tackle. And Kirschbaum has been standout for this team on both sides of the ball. Gave him a yard. Hillsdale is the home team in this game. The Red Wolves are the away team. Sets up a 3rd and 4. If you're Cuyahoga Heights, the worst thing you can do is panic right now. Even though they're down 14, I don't think I go for it just yet. I think I still punt it if they don't pick it up here. But Schaefer in a shotgun now, looking at his obvious passing play. Schaefer with the ball, avoids Kirschbaum, steps up, and he's brought down for a sack. Kirschbaum getting in there and disrupting it. Jake Haven cleaning up. But Kirschbaum stands at a very, very tall 6'6". So when he comes flying in, gets his hands in the air, there's nowhere for Schaefer to throw it, even when he's 6'2". And the Red Wolves come out, and they look like they're punting here. And there's the punt. The punt's away. And it rolls out of bounds. That was number 3, Brock Bauer, the deep man. It rolls out of bounds. Wow, Hillsdale getting a very favorable spot up at the 41-yard line. Hillsdale with the ball, 1st and 10, and in business. Boy, 21 points here in the first quarter, and the curse might be back. The running clock curse. We could see it again in this game if Hillsdale gets up 21-0, because Cuyahoga Heights has not moved the ball at all. Lewis in the shotgun. Sloan stepped next to him. 2 receivers to his right. And there's that quick pass again. As McFadden breaks a tackle. And great blocking. Number 2, Holland Young with a great block on the defender, number 8, Devin Diezik. Boy, Diezik almost jumped those. Man, that's the 3rd time they've run that quick pass, and Diezik has gotten closer each time. but it does go for a Buckeye Horizon first down. Hillsdale comes out, 2 receivers left. Haven in the H-back. Now Haven and Lewis are in motion. They set up left. Sloan behind Lewis in a pistol. Pitch to Sloan. Student body left.
Come on, get outside, turn it up.
Gets the corner and stays in bounds. Lowers his shoulder.
22.
And Sloan ahead for about a 12-yard gain and another Buckeye Horizon first down. At this point, Hillsdale, every time they run a play, they're getting a first down, pushing the ball down the field. Just an old-fashioned student body left here. Hillsdale gets a great block. McFadden blocking on the edge, seals it, and Sloan staying in bounds, punishing tacklers. 1st and 10, Hillsdale. Lewis at quarterback, Sloan in the sidecar, 2 receivers to the right. Give to Sloan again, off the left side. Great block by Jake Haven, seals the edge, and Sloan in for another touchdown, and this thing is getting ugly early with 2:33 left to go in the first quarter. Hillsdale looking to make it 21-0. I want to highlight the blocking. At the beginning of the game, I highlighted the O-line, Jake Haven and Knox Lewis, and right there, Haven just inside. Haven is a sticky blocker. He's got his hands inside. You see a little jersey tug there, but if you've got your hands inside, you're not usually get called for it. It's when your hands come outside. Haven sticking on his man, blocking him downfield, springs Sloan for a touch for his, now Sloan, his 27th touchdown of the year. A.J. Brown on for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. And that makes it Hillsdale 21, Cuyahoga Heights 0. Hey, here's a familiar song. Stick with us. We'll be right back when Hillsdale kicks off. Welcome back, football fans. Red Rider Stadium. The Hillsdale Falcons have opened up a 21-0 lead on the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves with 2 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter. McFadden kicking off again. Good kickoff again. And this one rolls out of bounds. So Cuyahoga Heights will take over at the 35-yard line. Really smart play there by the Cuyahoga Heights returner. My old coach, Pat Pearl, chiming in. Good to see you, Coach. Cuyahoga Heights takes over at the 35-yard line. If you're Cuyahoga Heights, now it's time to panic. Now it's time to go for it on 4th down. But you really can't stop. You can't change who you are at this point. You got to stick with what brought you here. Try and establish the run game. Hillsdale with 7 guys in the box. Pitch here. That's Dezek. Oh, I'm sorry. That's number 8 for Cuyahoga Heights. That's Devin Dezek, the 2-time All-District player, Dezek. And Dezek was a key contributor to last year's playoff team, and is making the same kind of contributions this year as he is ahead for 8 yards on a kind of a jet sweep pitch play. But that's how you set that play up. You pound the ball up the middle, then you fake it to Chamberlain up the middle, pitch it to Dezek, run around the edge. Hillsdale loading the box up again. Darren, Cuyahoga Heights to throw the ball. Heights runs a counter, and it is stacked up early by number 52, Brady Heller. And number 82, Brady Kirchbaum, stuffed that play quick. Oh, a little too herky-jerky on the fake, and Heller able to dissect it quick, comes flying in from his linebacker spot to stop that play in its tracks. Makes it 3rd and a generous 2. It looked like Heller made that tackle in the backfield, but somehow they spotted back at the original line of scrimmage. Schaefer under center. Looking to pass, quick pass And it is in and out of the hands of number 8, Devin Dezek. And Cuyahoga Heights now looking at a 4th and short. And what do the Red Wolves do? Hall of Fame coach Al Martin thinking this play over a little bit. Martin with 262 career wins in football, 300 wins as a girls basketball coach. So Cuyahoga Heights has the play in the huddle. They come out. Schaefer at quarterback, under center. Chamberlain behind him in the fullback spot, and Heights calls timeout. And Hillsdale wisely has dissected this offense, and they are loading the box up, 7 guys every time. And like I said, the strength of this Hillsdale defense has been tackling at the line of scrimmage. Not too many teams have been able to run the ball up the middle effectively. And with Cuyahoga Heights and their limited passing attack, Hillsdale is really just kind of daring them to throw it, loading the box up, and try the old football adage, make someone beat you doing something they don't want to do. And that's what Trevor Cline and his defensive coordinator are doing right now, daring Heights to pass the ball. And Heights has had some guys open, but they've dropped the ball. And, folks, Danville has opened up a 14-0 lead on Eastern, and they're driving again. So Christmas may come early to the Ashland County, Knox County area. Man, can you imagine the state semifinals, Hillsdale and Danville, 2 area teams? Would just be amazing. Schaefer under center, 4th and short here. Let's see what the Red Wolves do. That's a pitch to 9. Van Divner, the 6'2", 162-pound slot receiver, pushes ahead for a first down. Great call by Coach Al Martin. And a very much-needed Buckeye Horizon first down for the Red Wolves. Now, 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves from the 47-yard line. Like I said, if you're the Red Wolves, stay with it. Stay running the ball. 53 seconds left in this first quarter. You need a touchdown, but you can't change who you are. Schaefer back. Looks for that quick throw again. Number 9, Van Divner again. And he is ahead for 3 yards. I'm sorry, number 8, Devin Dezek. Here's the replay. Dezek makes the first man hit, and nice tackle. Boy, Brady Heller's having a game from his linebacker spot. Save that tackle, put it on film, because that is a perfect form tackle, open field. 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's see if Heights can get one more play off before the quarter ends. Schaefer under center. Give to Chamberlain. He pushes ahead for a couple yards. Make that 4 yards. And that will set up a 3rd and manageable at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. When we come back, Hillsdale up 21-0, but Cuyahoga Heights has started to figure something out and are on a drive. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Welcome back to historic Red Rider Stadium in Orrville, Ohio. Cuyahoga Heights is on the drive. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. I'm sorry, 3rd and manageable from the 47-yard line. Schaefer back to pass. He's got a man open.
Yes, he is.
Number 9, Curtis Van Divner. Boy, the 6'2", 162 pounds. And he's ahead for a first down. Boy, Schaefer with a beautiful ball here. Throws it over the defender's head. McFadden just comes up a little too quick on that. And that gives Cuyahoga Heights a Buckeye Horizon first down on the 22-yard line. They've got something figured out here and are on a drive after converting a 4th and short from the wrong side of the 50. Schaefer under center. Chamberlain in the linebacker in the fullback spot behind him. Beautiful fake by Schaefer, and he's ahead for first down, and he pulls towards the goal line. Beautiful fake by Schaefer. Let's see this on the Brewed Coffee and Donuts replay. Zach Schaefer takes the snap. Little shoulder pump. Everyone jumps on Chamberlain. And Schaefer, great job by the Cuyahoga Heights offensive coordinator seeing that play available and gets Cuyahoga Heights in business. First and goal from the 2. Give to Chamberlain, and he's ahead for a touchdown. And that makes it Hillsdale 21, Cuyahoga Heights 6. I got to imagine 2-point conversion ensuing. Cuyahoga Heights has gone for 2 a lot this year. And they line up in a swinging gate similar to what Hillsdale does. Cuyahoga Heights sends their guys a little further off to the left, though. Hillsdale familiar with this. They see it in practice. There's the replay of the Gavin Chamberlain touchdown. And now the Red Wolves swing the gate shut, so to speak. And they line up for a traditional PAT. And the the hold is good, kick is up, kick is good. And that makes it Hillsdale 21, the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves 7. We got a good one starting to cook here in Orrville. 11 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the half. Stick with us. When we come back, Cuyahoga Heights kicks off to Hillsdale.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that
Cuyahoga Heights set the kick off here to Hillsdale Falcons. Short kick. Oh, but it gets through. Sloan's hands. Field at the 15. Makes one man miss. Makes a cut. Sloan down the sidelines. And good return to the 30. Hey, my good friend Doug Hayden from the Ashland Source gives me these stats. That scoring drive by Cuyahoga Heights was 9 plays, 65 yards. Took 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Cuyahoga Heights is 0-4 when they allow 22-plus points, and Hillsdale is knocking on that door with 21. So Cuyahoga Heights gets a very important touchdown there. Hillsdale takes over at the 31-yard line, and Hillsdale has been slicing this Cuyahoga Heights defense up, and now Danville up 22-0, and we get a little closer to an early Christmas. Lewis with the ball, give to Sloan, following Haven, makes a cut, and gets upended by number 24. Great run by Lewis. And I touched on it last game. Lewis is so good at being patient, running behind his blocker and cutting off them. And he gets behind this line sometimes. I think he's hard to see until he squirts out, and then he's already past you. Makes it a Buckeye Horizon first down for the Falcons. Lewis takes a snap. Here's that quick pass to McFadden again. And this time, goes for 3 yards. And if you're the Red Wolves, great block again by number 2, Holland Young, to spring number 10, Hayden McFadden, for that short game. But if you're the Red Wolves, you want to stop that quick pass by walking your defenders up. But the first time you do that, man, Young, Bauer, and McFadden can get past you in a hurry, and every one of those guys is great when it comes to 50-50 balls. Lewis takes the snap, gives to Sloan again right in the middle, and he's tackled by number 24. But not after he is ahead for 9 yards, making it a 2nd and 1. Number 24 for Cuyahoga Heights is Zach Unger. He's made a couple nice tackles so far. Lewis in the shotgun. Give to Sloan again. And Sloan is ahead for a Buckeye Horizon first down, and we've got a late flag. And these, I tell you what, we'll see who this penalty's on. And that's a sideline warning on the Red Wolves. Probably complaining a little bit because Hillsdale's blockers can be sticky, and they tend to block to the echo of the whistle, which is something I personally love about this team, but it will drive opposing coaches nuts. So a flag and a sideline warning on the Red Wolves makes it 3rd and short. And we look at the split screen here, Danville up 22-0 on Eastern with 11:42 to go in the half. So Danville is holding up their end of the bargain very well. And the Cuyahoga Heights player is up and moving off the field. And the flag, I haven't heard what that flag, oh no, the flag was a sideline warning, but they moved it ahead for a Buckeye Horizon first down. And so now Hillsdale has it 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Lewis in the gun. Sloan in the sidecar. Lewis back to pass. Looking deep. And in double coverage, he's got McFadden, and it's picked off. And that is, we'll get a number on that player for number 12. Nick Ambrose for Cuyahoga Heights fields that ball, and that was an ill-advised throw by Lewis. Like I said, he's not afraid to throw it up there in 50-50 balls. That time, unfortunately, Matt McFadden couldn't track the ball, and number 12 for Cuyahoga Heights made a beautiful play on it. And I tell you what, the higher up the mountain you climb, the thinner the air gets, and the more precarious those mistakes can become. So we'll see if Cuyahoga Heights can turn this into points and start to climb back into this game as they take over from the 10-yard line. And give the Chamberlain up the middle, and Chamberlain pushes ahead for what looks like about 2 yards. So the Red Wolves on defense now. Quarterback Zach Schaefer, 6'2", 209-pound sophomore. This is a big kid. Had a really nice run earlier. Came into end of the regular season with 1,100 passing yards, but that was just in 9 games. So he can sling it a little bit. And Chamberlain had 782 yards coming in the playoffs. I got to imagine he's probably over 1,000 by now. Schaefer under center. He's back to pass. Looking deep again. Throws the ball. He's got a man one-on-one. And a great play by the Cuyahoga Heights receiver. And that is number 24, Zach Unger. Boy, he's having a game. And we have a flag, but it looks like defensive pass interference, so that's going to be declined. And the peanut gallery up here in the press box thought it was on the offense, but No, sir. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves, and that's a Buckeye Horizon 1st and 10 for the Red Wolves, and they have found something here. And I said earlier, and we're trying to get some. I heard on the PA penalty on Hillsdale, and so we're trying to get this cleared up now. Maybe it was on the offense, but that was. Yeah, I don't. And so they're marching it back. And I'm lost. I was certain that was pass interference on Hillsdale. And it was declined. And so now Cuyahoga Heights takes the ball over. Buckeye Horizon 1st and 10 from about 47. Hand off to Chamberlain. No, keep pitch to number 8, Devin Diezik. Schaefer faked me out. I'm sorry, that's number 9, Van Divner. And it was number 9 on the carry. Makes it 2nd and 5, and Cuyahoga Heights kind of figured something out, got some momentum on that 4th down conversion, drove it all the way down the field, force an ill-advised throw, pick it off at the 10, and they're on the drive again. Schaefer under center, Chamberlain behind him. Schaefer looking to throw, deep out, beautiful pass and catch. And that is a Buckeye Horizon 1st down, caught by number 24, Zach Unger. Wow, Unger and Van Divner both having great games for the Red Wolves. And you give a guy with 260 varsity wins as the head coach, you give him a little bit of air, and you are in trouble. And he's got the Cuyahoga Heights team pressing all the right buttons now. Cuyahoga Heights comes to the line. 2 receivers split left. Schaefer now under center. Chamberlain behind him. 2 receivers split right. Schaefer back to throw. Avoids one guy, but sacked. That's number, looks like 78 for Hillsdale. 78 on the tackle. Looks like, though, he actually got ahead, so it's not a sack, just a short game. Landon Thomas on the tackle. So you see some of these bigger guys for Hillsdale starting to go both ways. Kirchbaum, Thomas, and Furr are in the game. Those are 3 of the stalwarts on that offensive line. Schaefer in the gun now. Takes a snap. Looking to pass. Has Diezik across the middle. Diezik ahead for positive yards. Makes it about a 6-yard gain. And that's Furr coming out of the game now. Diezik, the 2-time All-District player, on the nice reception across the middle, makes it 3rd and long. But if you're Cuyahoga Heights, you're going for it on 4th down. So you've got 2 downs here to get what looks to be about 7 yards, 8 yards. Schaefer in the gun. Has the ball, looking to throw. Tipped and intercepted. Hayden McFadden with the tip drill interception on an ill-advised throw by Schaefer. This one across the middle, and a Hillsdale defender able to get his hands on. Let's see who gets their hand on the Brew Coffee and Donuts replay. No, just bounced off the receiver's hands. It was a high pass, falls into McFadden's lap on a little tip drill, and he's tackled right away, but not before Hillsdale can rescue themselves away from a turnover that was looking costly. Hillsdale takes back over on a Buckeye Horizon 1st down with 5:46 left to go in the half. Lewis in the gun, 2 receivers to his right, Sloan to his right. Give to Sloan, and he pushes ahead for about 2 yards. Now, Cuyahoga Heights won the toss and deferred, kicked off to Hillsdale. to start the game. So Hillsdale will kick off here at the start of the second half. So if you're Hillsdale, it is score or end the half with the ball. That's your goal here. You do not want to give Cuyahoga Heights 2 possessions in a row when you're up by 2 possessions. Lewis in the gun, looking to pass. Oh, and overthrows number 2, Holland Young. That was close. That ball getting a little slick right now. Cuyahoga Heights has figured something out on the interior of that defensive line, and they've slowed down Sloan. So Hillsdale trying to pass the ball, but it is a cold, blustery night. We'll see Lewis's hands here. Does he wear gloves or not? Lewis with the ball, no gloves. So those hands, man, in this kind of weather, they start to get a little numb, and that ball gets slick. Now 3 receivers to Lewis's right. And we had timeout Hillsdale. Lewis a little frustrated. I think he thought he either had something or just frustrated in a bad alignment. But we'll keep it right here during this timeout. Go to a split screen. And Danville with 6:58 to go in the first half, up 22-0 on Eastern. And everyone here is praying for a state semifinal game with Danville and Hillsdale. I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times, I'll keep saying it all night. That's what I want to see. Now, not that I'm impartial. I'm not impartial, but being from that area, that's what that area would love to see. Lewis before that interception. Another big shot to my boy Doug Hayden from the Ashland Source. Lewis before that interception was 7 for 7 for 99 yards. Unfortunately, his 8th pass was complete, Doug, but just to the wrong team. Hillsdale takes over here. Quick pass, and that is tipped, and that is a dangerous throw again. Boy, number 4, Gavin Chamberlain got a hand on it. And had he hauled that one in, he was in for 6. Here it is on the Brewed Coffee and Donuts replay. Chamberlain gets a hand up on it, and that quick pass, I talked about it. You go back to the well one too many times, and you're going to get stung. Hillsdale sets up the punt here. That's McFadden back to punt. Both teams have had turnovers, and both teams have dodged the bullet so far. As Cuyahoga Heights forces a punt, and they look to take over about where they had the interception from. Cuyahoga Heights takes another timeout. I'm sorry, Hillsdale takes another timeout. My apologies. We'll keep it right here. Hey, thanks for all the great comments in the fan zone. Keep them coming. Let us know you're there. So excited that we could bring this game to you live and free. We weren't sure if we would be able to go live because we don't have the TV rights. Once we found out that the TV rights were off for this game, man, we went live and free. And so we're so happy to bring this game to you. And like I said, appreciate all the people in the fan zone with the great comments. Keep them coming. We'd love to hear from you. And Hillsdale comes back out in the field after their timeout. They've got 1 timeout left in this half. 5:04 to go. They've got the ball, and like I said, the last thing you want to do is give the Red Wolves back-to-back possessions, but it looks like that might happen here. I can't imagine Hillsdale looks to fake a punt this deep in their own territory. McFadden back to punt. I got to imagine that's Dezek as on the return man. And it's low punt. McFadden fields it, but tackled right away. Oh, we talked about the mistakes. The pressure is so much greater at this level. Low punt, but you'd think he would have fielded it, and I think McFadden just panicked a little too much there. I think he could have got the punt away, but such a tough thing to do. Get your eyes down, field the punt, then get him back up, track the guys, and try and get a punt away. McFadden picks it up and is tackled for a loss, and that sets up the Red Wolves in good field position on the 17-yard line. The higher up the mountain you climb, the thinner the air gets, the more precarious the steps. Schaefer under center. He keeps it off the right side, and he's ahead for about 4 yards. Like I said, Schaefer, a big physical quarterback. and he freezes the Hillsdale tacklers there at the point of attack. You'll notice that the clock, you won't be able to see the clock on our Simonson construction scoreboard because of the rain. We had to cover the GoPro up. But there's 4 minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Cuyahoga Heights, what they're going to want to do here is score and take as much time off the clock as they can so they can get that very coveted 2 possessions in a row. 2nd and 6 for Heights. Schaefer under center. Chamberlain behind him in the fullback spot. Fake to Chamberlain. Quick out and completed to number 24. And that is Zach Unger comes down. But Chamberlain has thrown that deep out beautifully. That's going to entice the Hillsdale defensive backs to come up, play a little tighter, especially this close to the goal line. You've got to play. I think at this point, if you're the Hillsdale defensive backs, you've got to get up and play tight man here or just try and disrupt the release by the Cuyahoga Heights receivers. They're not going to beat you deep. Cuyahoga Heights pulls everybody in, kind of an I formation here. That's Unger in motion. Give up the middle. Kirchbaum on the tackle, and the give, I'll try and get a number on the give. Number 4, Chamberlain. Chamberlain lined up more of a tailback spot there, but put his finger in dirt like a fullback. Now Cuyahoga Heights 4th and short, and they're going for it, not kicking a field goal. Huge play here in the first half. 3 minutes and the clock rolling. Chamberlain at the fullback spot. Schaefer under center. Give to Chamberlain. Boy, it's going to be close. It is going to be close. Hillsdale thinks they stopped it. They're waving, the umpire, the referees are waving the clock, stop the clock. I don't know if we get a measurement or not. Chamberlain was stuffed pretty quickly. And they are going to say that was a turnover on downs. Hillsdale dodging a bullet here on the interception. I'm sorry, the muffed punt, the muffed punt kick, dodging a bullet, stopping Cuyahoga Heights at 4th and short from the 9-yard line. Hillsdale takes over on a Buckeye Horizon first down. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in the first half. And what does Hillsdale do here? Lewis in the gun. Sloan next to him. Give to Sloan. Up the middle. And number 3 for the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves on the tackle. Kyle Porter on the tackle for Cuyahoga Heights. Hillsdale known for their big pass plays. They've had touchdowns of 98 and 99-yard pass plays. So you have to watch him going over top here with a single high safety. And this is a jet sweep to McFadden. He's got a little bit of green grass in front of him. Breaks one tackle, and he is ahead for a very important Buckeye Horizon first down as he's ushered out of bounds by some Cuyahoga Heights tacklers. And the coach is having a little talk with McFadden. You cannot afford any penalties here. You go out of bounds, even if you're shoved a little late. Got to walk away. McFadden had kind of taken some exception to the way he was pushed out of bounds here. And that was close. He had a hold of the Cuyahoga Heights defender's face mask. That could have been 15 the other way. Very costly penalty. Hillsdale avoids it, though. Sloan in the gun. I'm sorry, Lewis in the gun. Sloan stepped next to him. Run off the right side. Behind Big Jake Furr. Makes a cut. Sloan down the sideline. Breaks another tackle. Spins. Stays in bounds. Keeps his feet. And he is ahead for a Buckeye Horizon first down after a run of about 30 yards. Sloan running behind Big Jake Furr. Watch Furr pull here. Furr pulls from his left guard spot. They get through the hole. Sloan kind of hides behind him and then springs around him. Like I said, Sloan's so good at hiding behind his blockers and running off their blocks. Makes it 1st and 10 for Hillsdale. 1:43 left to go in the first half. They're in business. Lewis in the gun. Sloan sitting next to him. Lewis on a quick pass here. That's complete to McFadden. McFadden breaks a couple tackles. There's some flags in the end zone, in the backfield though, but McFadden gets ahead for a touchdown. No, they're going to call him a little short, and we'll see what happens. There's a flag in the backfield, and I think that's going to be a very costly penalty for the Falcons. McFadden was ruled down on the 1. We'll see on the Brewed Donuts and Coffee replay here what happens. And if there was a hold, I certainly didn't see it. But the Falcons are walking back. McFadden coming out of the game now to get a breath. Bauer going in for him.
When the lottery comes out, you got to count them.
And that is 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which makes it first and about 20. They're calling it 20. Lewis in the gun. Sloan step to the left. Receiver right, receiver left. Give to Sloan again. Off the right side. This time, Furr falls down, and Sloan trips over his feet, but Sloan able to push ahead for a really nice game on first down. Well, that's getting 7 yards the hard way. One minute to go. Hillsdale on the drive. 2nd and 12 now. Lewis in the gun. Sloan set next to him on the right. Receiver to the right, receiver to the left. Haven into H-back. Quick throw, but falls incomplete. Stops the clock. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Hillsdale 21. Cuyahoga Heights 7. Hillsdale had a touchdown to Hayden McFadden called back on a holding penalty. That would have put it 28-7. And that would put the Red Wolves in a tough spot. 45.6 seconds left to go in the first half. Hillsdale, like I said, now here we reset. You have to end the half with the ball. You cannot give Cuyahoga Heights another possession this half because Heights gets it first. Lewis back to pass. Now he's scrambling, doing his best Fran Tarkington impression. Now Lewis gets ahead, not known for his running, but Lewis ahead for a nice gain of about 7 yards, gets out of bounds. 12 yards, gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 36.8 seconds left. And Kael Lewis doing his best Fran Tarkington / Johnny football impersonation, scrambling around back there, then getting to the edge as Cuyahoga Heights lost contain on that right side, and Lewis bounces ahead for makes it 4th and manageable. 36.8 seconds left. A very important first down for Hillsdale right here. Lewis in the gun. Sloan step left to him. Haven in motion. Give to Sloan. Following Haven. He's ahead for a first down, and Sloan gets out of bounds, but not before a Buckeye Horizon first down with 32.4 seconds left to go in the half. Boy, what a momentum swing this could be if Hillsdale can score late here. Again, following Haven and Furr around that right side. And we have a Buckeye Horizon first down for the Falcons. That's McFadden and Turk split to the left. Bauer split to the right. Lewis in the shotgun. Sloan step next to him. Lewis throws the pass. Oh, and it is in and out of the hands of number 2, Holland Young. Oh, that hit him right in the numbers. Right in the number, I should say. And just dropped. Boy, he would have had at least a first down and pushing ahead for something more. Stops the clock there with 28.8 seconds left. A.J. Brown is definitely an option here, too. If you can get a few more yards and set that ball up in the middle of the field, A.J. Brown can hit this field goal. 2 receivers to the left. Lewis with the ball. And boy, that almost looked like it was going to be a quarterback draw. And at the last second, I think Lewis saw someone pop open. But, man, if he would have kept it, he had a chance for some yards there. Hillsdale would have had to call timeout, though, if he'd been tackled. So probably not the worst decision to throw it away there. Sets up 3rd and 10 for the Falcons Got to get some positive yards if you're Hillsdale. 24.5 seconds left. If you want to set up an A.J. Brown field goal, you probably need about 10 more yards. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Lewis with the ball, looking to pass. There's a deep out. He's got his man open. That's number 3, Brock Bauer. And he's ahead. That looks like a... And the referee is calling for a first down. So a great Buckeye Horizon first down. And Bauer wisely going out of bounds, moving forward. You go out of bounds, moving backwards, the clock will stop in high school, but start once the changer's set. Out of bounds, moving forward, it stops the ball snapped. Lewis in the gun again. Sloan set to his right. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Lewis with the ball, looking to pass. Got some grass in front. Rolls to his left, making a decision here. Decides to throw it up, and wisely throws it out of bounds. 11.6 seconds left. Looked like he had some green in front of him, but those Cuyahoga Heights defenders closing fast. And what Lewis does not want to do here, with only 1 timeout left, he makes a very headsy play there. Because if he gets tackled, Hillsdale has to call their timeout right there, and they can't use it to get their field goal kicker on the field. At this point, Hillsdale with 11.6 seconds left can still get tackled inbounds, call a timeout, and get their field goal kicker on, or have a chance for another play. So very smart play by the young quarterback there. Lewis looking to pass, got a man in the end zone, and that's a touchdown. Brock Bauer in for a touchdown with 7.4 seconds left. Makes it Hillsdale 27, Cuyahoga Heights 7, and that is a beautiful drive by the Falcons to make it a 3-possession game. A.J. Brown in for the PAT. Brock Bauer on the touchdown reception. Hillsdale in a swinging gate. I can't imagine they're going for 2 here, though. They closed the gate. And A.J. Brown in for the PAT. We've got to stop. Timeout Hillsdale. And Coach Cline is not happy with somebody. And that was a personnel issue for Hillsdale. Didn't have the right guys on the field. Getting them out there now. So Coach Cline making sure he's got all his guys on here, but wisely calls timeout. Every point so important here in this regional championship game. And you see on the split screen there, Danville now up 28-6 on Eastern. They have 8.1 seconds left to go in the first half as well. Hey, halftime rolls around. Stick around for our halftime show. We'll watch both bands play. A.J. Brown on for the PAT with 7.4 seconds left to go in this first half. We'll keep it right here after the PAT. And we got a flag on the play. And, okay, so, no, I've seen Coach Cline go for 2 every time in this situation. I've seen this happen about 4 or 5 times this year, and he's taken points off the board and gone for 2 every time, and he'll do it again. So Coach Cline electing to go for 2. So we'll see what happens here. Very strange turn of events on this PAT. Hillsdale has to call timeout because they don't have enough guys on the field. They get the right number of guys out there. They go for the PAT and encroachment on the Red Wolves. So now Hillsdale looking to go for 2, even after Brown sunk that or drilled that PAT. But he's done this at least 4 or 5 times. I've watched him do it this year. That's Haven and Knox Lewis in motion. Pitch to Sloan. He's got the edge, lowers his shoulder, and bowls his way in for the 2-point conversion. Owen Sloan running behind his pads. Boom! And dispenses of the Cuyahoga Heights tackler at the goal line. That makes it a very important 29-7. 7.4 seconds left to go in the first half. Hillsdale kicks off. We'll keep it right here. My man Doug Hayden from the Ashland Source. I know he'll have a great story on this game. Check out the Ashland Source for the most in-depth coverage. That scoring drive by the Hillsdale Falcons, 12 plays, 91 yards, 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Probably one of the best drives Hillsdale has had all season. 12 plays, 91 yards. So I talked about one of the keys to the game for Hillsdale was to be patient. Don't get in a rush and try and hurry something. 12 plays, 91 yards is as methodical as you can get. And Hillsdale has put themselves in a very good situation, up 29-7 going into the halftime. So if you're Hillsdale, I think I'm going to go against what I've always said. I actually kick it short here. I put it on the ground. I want to avoid a big kickoff return. Cuyahoga Heights has not shown a great ability to throw the ball, and they do. Kick it short. Ball bounces, fielded by number 3, makes a man miss, and then is rustled down or stood up by the Hillsdale defense, and that gives you 1 second to go in the first half. Cuyahoga Heights has the ball at around the 36-yard line. If I'm Hillsdale, I'm screaming, watch the hook and ladder. I've actually seen Cuyahoga Heights run that play in some of their highlights. They're very good at it. You're not going to hit a Hail Mary here, so watch for a hook and ladder, but it looked like they're just going to take a knee.
They got 4 guys 30 yards back.
And Cuyahoga Heights elects to take a knee. Down 29-7. Heights gets the ball first in the second half. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from the band. Stick with us. OH Report, live and free from Orrville High School.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, and you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know.
Let's give it up for the Red Wolves. And let's give a big shout out to all our senior band members, especially our flute player, Aaron. And there you have it, the pride of Cuyahoga Heights, the mighty marching Red Wolves.
hits of 2024. These are the songs that the students voted on and wanted to bring them back. We start our show with a 1992 single. This song put Radiohead on the map as a top rock band of the 90s and led them into the punk rock genre. Named one of the greatest debut singles and one of the greatest songs, this song features our color guard and soloist Kael Lewis. Here is Creep. Our final song became widespread through popular culture following appearances in popular films like DreamWorks Animation Shrek. Smash Mouth first released this song in 1999 and has since been named one of the most streamed rock songs from 2017 to 2021. Featuring a flag routine designed by senior Morgan Nally, here is the anthem for Outcasts, All Star. This has been the 2024 Hillsdale Falcon Marching Band.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king.
Welcome back to Orrville, Ohio, regional championship game. The Hillsdale Falcons and the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves. Hillsdale has opened up a 29-7 lead at halftime. The halftime show brought to you by Sloan Concrete, decorative and standard concrete services serving Central and Northern Ohio since 2005. Sloan Concrete, a great sponsor for these OH.REPORT live streams. All these sponsors make this live stream possible. Hey, let's take a look at the stats from the first half. And dominated by Hillsdale. Cuyahoga Heights did have that one really nice drive where they were able to get on the board. But other than that, it's been all Hillsdale. Oh. So, my bad. Technical difficulties. Sloan Concrete, the halftime show. As you can see, 11 first downs for Hillsdale, 4 first downs for Cuyahoga Heights. Rush yards, 157 to 66. Pass yards, 115 to 86. Total yards, 272 to 153. Penalties for Hillsdale, 3 for 25, 1 for 5 for Cuyahoga Heights. Cuyahoga Heights with 2 costly turnovers. Hillsdale with the 1, but just as costly. Thrown deep in the Cuyahoga Heights territory. Cuyahoga Heights was able to take over about the 10, I think, or the 5, drive the length of the field, and get that very important touchdown. Cuyahoga Heights comes out and receives the ball in the first half. Early at the top of the game, I talked about keys to victory, and I said Hillsdale will need to be patient. And on that last drive, their last drive, Hillsdale's last drive was 12 plays, 91 yards, taking 2 minutes and 44 seconds off the clock, and more importantly, scored a touchdown with about 8 seconds left. Folks, that is championship level football. Scoring with no time left on the clock for your opponent to get back into the game. Of course, you're kicking off the Cuyahoga Heights here, but you don't give them that very important back-to-back possession. So Hillsdale will be kicking off if you see the warm-ups conclude. Here's some highlights of Mr. Sloan running behind his blockers. No one in the area does it better, and we are on track for a Ashland County, Knox County state semifinal as Danville is taking care of business over Eastern 28-6. The bright spot for Cuyahoga Heights has certainly been Unger, Van Divner, and Schaefer on offense. Dzik has been pretty pedestrian, and he's been their big target all year, but the Falcons have locked him down pretty good. One thing Hillsdale has to watch out, though, I don't think I would throw that short pass for the rest of the game. Cuyahoga Heights has gotten dangerously close to sniffing that one out, and I would not throw that again. I think the next one probably gets picked off and goes the other way. If I'm Hillsdale, I pound the rock behind my offensive line. I highlighted those guys at the top of my show, Hillsdale's offensive line. Touch on them again real quick. Left tackle, Brady Kirchbaum, 6'6", 215. Left guard, Garrett Furr, 6'1", 275. You'll see him pulling on a lot of those Sloan runs off to the right. Center, number 52, Brady Heller, 5'9", 190-pound junior, who turns around and plays middle linebacker on defense, and he's having a great game. Has made some nice tackles at the line of scrimmage, made a beautiful tackle in the open field. Right guard is a freshman, 5'6", 210-pound Corbin Dieter. He's filling in for the unavailable Grayson Alice the last few games. Alice has been a stalwart on that offensive line, so we hope he can make it back. And at right tackle, Landon Thomas fills out at 6'3", 200 pounds. Of course, you'll see Haven come in. He'll play the H-back spot, and Knox Lewis will play the tight end spot. They love to put those guys in motion and run behind them with Furr pulling out. So that's a if you're scouting Hillsdale at all, Furr a lot of times will take you to the ball, but then again, once you get there, you've got to try and get Sloan on the ground, and that's been tough to do all year. On the flip side, Cuyahoga Heights has been a run-heavy team, but they've shown the ability to throw the ball. Schaefer has done a nice job from under center, taking the snap, 5-step drop, surveying the field, and finding his receivers. He's been effective there. The ball just a little slick and a little wet tonight, so you don't know how much of a game plan that could be, how effective a game plan that could be as the game rolls on. But it's something that Cuyahoga Heights is going to have to do down 3 possessions here in the second half. That wraps up the Sloan Concrete halftime show. Hillsdale gets ready to kick off to Cuyahoga Heights. I got to imagine Hall of Fame coach Al Martin has something cooked up here for the Falcons in the second half. Typically, you're in halftime making some adjustments, and if you're getting the ball, you are scripting the first 12 plays. More great nuggets from my good friend, Doug Hayden. He took the last 2 pieces of pizza. It doesn't matter. As long as he's giving me these kind of stats, it's all good. Sloan just needs 88 rushing yards to make 3,000 in his career. McFadden needs 40 more receiving yards for 2,000 in his career. And that was a a high kickoff by Hillsdale, fielded, and a beautiful tackle there by, I mentioned, number 52, Brady Heller, who's had a whale of a game so far. Hillsdale starts off on defense, Cuyahoga Heights on offense. Hillsdale has been putting 7 guys in the box, playing single high safety. They go with that again. Schaefer under center, man in motion. Pitch on the right side. Great job by Turk forcing him back inside. And number 9 for Curtis Van Divner has had a good game. Turk doing a good job forcing that back inside, but Van Divner able to pick up 7 yards. So Cuyahoga Heights taking a look at that Hillsdale defense, recognizing how many guys they have inside the box, faking the ball to Chamberlain up the middle, pitching it to Van Divner. Nets positive yards on that first play. Now Schaefer in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, empty backfield. Pass all the way right here unless they go quarterback draw. Schaefer back to pass, surveys, now scrambles his left, and he is taken down for a sack by number 12 for the Hillsdale defense. That's Lincoln Jones from his defensive tackle spot. Jones certainly an undersized defensive tackle, but has made plays like that all year. That puts Cuyahoga Heights at 3rd and 4. Call it 3rd and 4. And Cuyahoga Heights certainly in 4-down territory right here. So Cuyahoga Heights, if you're Cuyahoga Heights, you don't need to pick up the first down right here, but you do need to pick up at least 2 to 3. Schaefer under center, Chamberlain behind him. Man in motion, fake to Chamberlain. Schaefer looks to throw. He's got a man open. Oh, and in and out of the hands. Hit him right in the breadbasket, but he drops it. And here's the Brewed Donuts instant replay. But, man, great call by Coach Martin. Had a man open. Number 8, Devin Desick drops the ball. Very costly drop for what would have been a for sure Buckeye Horizon first down for the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves. But they're going for it on 4th down here from the wrong side of the 50. Schaefer brings him out. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Obvious passing down here. Obvious passing play. Hillsdale pinning their ears back. Got 4 guys coming. Now Schaefer rolls to his left. He's in trouble. Wrapped up and stopped before he can get to the sticks. That's the 2nd turnover on downs for the Red Wolves. Schaefer rolled ahead, stretched the ball out, but he had already been touched down. We'll see the replay here. Great job by Lincoln Jones again. And number 58, Carson Stevens for Hillsdale, closing the gap. And Hillsdale now with their own Buckeye Horizon 1st and 10. That's the 2nd time Hillsdale's taken over on downs. And they got it on their side of the 50. 10 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Hillsdale up 29-7. 2 men in motion. That's Haven and Lewis in motion. Sloan takes the handoff, makes 1 man miss, lowers his shoulder, and runs over another Cuyahoga Heights defender. And he picks up 5 yards. Little frustration now setting in for some of those Cuyahoga Heights tacklers as they've been on the receiving end of more than one of those Sloan runs. That's what you call punishing the tackler, folks. Hillsdale now with 2nd and 6. Lewis brings him to the line. Haven and knocks Lewis to the right. Run left with Sloan. Makes one man miss and is ahead for close to first down yardage. Sloan down and slow to get up. He's got the Buckeye Horizon first down. We'll see the replay here. Sloan makes one man miss, bounces out to the left, picks up the first down. Good stiff arm. Oh, and just tackled kind of awkwardly, drugged down from behind on his ankles and rolled up on a little bit. Sloan a little ginger now. And it is 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 33-yard line. Sloan checks out of the game, and there is, when it comes to Hillsdale's rushing attack, there's Owen Sloan, and there's a big drop-off after that. Not a whole lot of production from anybody else. That's Jake Haven fills his spot now at the tailback spot. 2 receivers to the right. Lewis takes the ball, hand off to Jake Haven, and Jake Haven ahead for some yards. Haven, nice change of pace back for Hillsdale here. It's the first time I've seen him line up at the running back spot. Haven himself goes about 6 foot, 205 pounds. So on a rainy night, when you're nursing a 3-possession lead, that's the kind of guy you want to give the ball to behind that physical offensive line and just let him pound ahead. 2nd down and 6 for the Falcons. That's Haven again next to Lewis. 3 receivers to the right. And what really well done by Lewis for not throwing that quick pass. Great decision here. We'll see it here. They look for that quick pass. I mentioned Cuyahoga Heights has been all over it lately, and they had jumped it right there. Lewis smartly pulls the ball down and throws the deeper pass to number 2, Holland Young, but that itself is broken up. And now Hillsdale is looking at 3rd and long, but I got to bet they're going for it on 4th down here. So if you're Coach Cline, dial up something to get at least half this yardage. You don't need all of it. And then look for big Jake Haven to push the ball across the first down marker. Give to Hayden off the left side. He's got a hole, and he pushes ahead. Haven bowling tacklers over. Is stood up but not taken down and is ahead for another Buckeye Horizon first down. Haven getting some much-deserved carries after blocking so well all night. Haven gets about 10 to 12 yards, looks like maybe 15 on a 3rd and 5. Sets up Hillsdale 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Multiple players checking the game for Hillsdale now. Lewis breaks the huddle. Again, Haven to his right. That's Holland Young, split right. Give to Haven off the left side. Boy, Haven needs to put 2 hands on that ball around the line of scrimmage, though. He's run with that ball, and you can see Cuyahoga Heights trying to rip that ball out. Haven's going to be real wise to keep 2 hands on that ball until he's clear of the line of scrimmage and put it in one arm or the other. But he's able to get ahead for a couple yards. Hillsdale now really watching that play clock, not in a hurry to snap the ball. Methodical drive here. Another touchdown could put this game away. 7:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9. Handoff to the left. This time it's number 3, Brock Bauer, getting the ball, and he's ahead for just 1. That's going to set up 3rd and 9 for Hillsdale. Again, inside the 20, you're up by 3 possessions here. I wouldn't be afraid to send A.J. Bauer out there and kick that field goal and get the points if you can't convert on 3rd down here. Sloan's still on the sidelines. Haven in the back for the tailback spot. Twins right, twins left. Fake to Haven. McFadden open on the slant, and McFadden in for the dagger for Hillsdale. That makes it Hillsdale 35, Cuyahoga Heights 7. And that is just about going to do it. We're almost in the running clock territory. If Hillsdale, now Hillsdale has a decisions to make. If Hillsdale goes for 2, they go up by 30, and you get a running clock. I think this is a no-brainer. If I'm Coach Cline, I'm going for 2, and he certainly is. Hillsdale looking to get a running clock in the regional championship game. Haven to the right, twins left. Lewis looking to pass, and it is complete, and we have a running clock. Holland Young on the reception for the very important 2-point conversion. Gets great body position on that slant route. And it's a 30-point lead, and the clock will start momentarily on the kickoff, and it won't stop until Cuyahoga Heights scores a touchdown. Now you're really forcing Cuyahoga Heights to be someone they're not. Stretch the field. If you're Cuyahoga Heights, you have to score, but you got to score in a hurry if you want anything back. The peanut gallery up here in the press box looks at me and says, "Truax, were you not at the game last week?" I certainly was, but this is not the Malvern offense you saw last week. This Cuyahoga Heights offense is built around ball control. Hillsdale, ready to kick. Shout out to the Strine family and the Rogers family. That being I usually fill the role of peanut gallery, but Strine and Rogers doing a great job filling that job tonight. Hayden McFadden. My apologies. Hayden McFadden ready to kick the ball off. Kicked, fielded around the 15. Returned up and makes a man miss. This is trouble. Brady Heller with another great tackle. 30-yard kickoff return by Devin Disick. But Brady Heller on could have been a touchdown-saving tackle. He's been all over the field tonight. Came into this game with about 120 tackles. Forced fumble recovery. He's added to that total tonight. Cuyahoga Heights comes out on offense, and the clock is running. Schaefer under center. 2 wing backs with a wide receiver split left. And Schaefer on the keep, and he gets around the left side for about 9 yards. Everybody jumping the fake on Gavin Chamberlain, and Schaefer able to push ahead. Great blocking on the interior by Curtis Van Divner. Well, he's had a nice game, Van Divner. Van Divner and Unger both have really solid games for the Red Wolves. Schaefer brings a play in, and surprisingly, Cuyahoga Heights not showing much urgency here. And again, another fake to Chamberlain, and Schaefer keeps it off the left side for a Buckeye Horizon first down for the Red Wolves, and the Red Wolves are on the drive. Problem is, the clock is running. We are at 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter already. Still not much urgency coming from that Cuyahoga Heights sideline as Schaefer kind of jogs the play into the huddle. And that clock is ticking. I mean, there's only 10 seconds left on the play clock. And they're just snapping the ball. Schaefer under center now. Wing T formation. Give to Chamberlain. And I think, nope. we have a illegal procedure on the Red Wolves. And that'll move him back 5. What's even more costly there, moves him back 5, but the clock is still running. The Red Wolves desperately need to get a touchdown here. 20 seconds left on the play clock. And the Red Wolves still showing no signs of urgency here. 10 on the play clock. 5 on the play clock. Schaefer with the snap. Schaefer with the keeper. Boy, he's been effective with that all night. Zach Schaefer is ahead for about 9 yards on that keep. A give, faking it to Chamberlain and just taking the ball off the right side. They're lining up in a wing T type formation, but that is veer offense. Right, 100%, the veer offense, as Schaefer is reading that defensive tackle and then pulling the ball. When he sees the defensive tackle crash down on Chamberlain, he pulls the ball and runs right up the next gap. Old-fashioned veer. There's a student by left pitch to number 9, Curtis Van Divner, but he is stacked up right away. Guess who? Brady Heller. And the two players exchange some pleasantries, and there's a penalty flag. But again, penalty flag flies and the clock runs. So we'll see who this penalty is on. No, on a running clock situation, running clock does not stop for a flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Hillsdale. That moves the ball ahead 15 yards. Very costly and unsportsmanlike. Boy, I don't know. Both guys kind of shoved each other. I like offsetting there maybe. But either way, the referee's with the call against Hillsdale. It's a big penalty as Hillsdale's trying to salt this game away. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Cuyahoga Heights in business now within striking zone of the end zone. Ball set up on the 30 for a Buckeye Horizon 1st and 10. Chamberlain from the gun. Looks deep. He's got a man open. And undershoots number 8, Devin Diezik. He was wide open. That would have stopped the running clock, but Schaefer just undershoots him. Probably a little situation. The ball's a little slick. He just can't get the grip on it. He wants to get on it. And Diezik not able to haul it in. And now we're at a minute left in the third quarter. We've got 2nd and 10 following that penalty. Schaefer brings the Red Wolves to the line of scrimmage. He's in the shotgun again. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left with a tight end standing up. Schaefer right back to the air and dropped by number 8, Devin Diezik. Oh, Diezik with some hard luck the last 2 plays. Underthrown and then drops a pass. So deflating if you're the Red Wolves, who played such a good game, but at certain situations they've just not made the plays. They've typically been in the right position, but have just not quite executed up to the level to win a regional championship. 14 seconds left. Do the Red Wolves get another playoff for the end of the quarter? 10 seconds left. 3rd and 10. Schaefer with the ball, back deep, throws the ball, and it's complete, and that'll be a Buckeye Horizon 1st down. Ball complete to number 24, Zach Unger. And that's a very important 1st down for the Red Wolves as they're trying to stop the running clock. They're on the drive, but the third quarter has evaporated right out from underneath them. We'll take a break. When we come back, the 4th quarter. Stick with us, live and free on OH Report.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Welcome back to Orrville, Ohio. It's Hillsdale and Cuyahoga Heights. It's the fourth quarter, which means money time, folks. Schaefer takes a snap, looks to throw. He's got a man across the middle, and it's complete to Unger. Makes one man miss, pushes ahead, and he's fighting, and he's got another Buckeye Horizon first down, and that will be first and goal for the Red Wolves. Great catch by Unger. Boy, he's had a game. And it takes a bunch of Falcons to get him on the ground as he's fighting for more yards. Unger, 6'1". Unger listed at 6'1", 158. Whew. Red Wolves now with a first and goal from the 7-yard line. Schaefer in the gun. 4 receivers with the tight end. Back to pass. Surveys, now scrambles to his left, and he picks up a couple. Will make it first and goal from the 5. Ball comes out. The referee signal a fumble. Let's see as they uncover the body. This could be the final nail in the coffin. But Cuyahoga Heights able to retain possession. Wait, for as good a runner as Schaefer's been tonight, and he's been effective, he does not do real well when scrambling, which is surprising because when he keeps it up the middle, man, he runs the ball like a fullback. But in that scramble situation, it kind of seems like he's having a hard time finding his footing. Either way, under center here, man in motion. Schaefer with the ball, give to Chamberlain. Chamberlain tries to bounce it out, and that play's snuffed out quickly by the Hillsdale defense. Number 20, Kyle Turk, and number 52, Brady Heller on the tackle. Bounce it to the outside has not been Chamberlain's forte tonight. Chamberlain a fullback, but not the typical fullback. They list him at 5'9", 147 pounds. So Chamberlain more of a guy to kind of get lost behind the blockers and score it out from that fullback spot, especially using that three-point stance behind that offensive line and a 6'2" quarterback. It's probably going to be hard to spot him. Cuyahoga Heights out on the huddle. 3 seconds left, 2 on the play clock, and they just get it off. And they incomplete pass. Again, Cuyahoga Heights not showing much urgency. Down 37-7 with a running clock on the 2-yard line, and they snap the ball with about a half a second left to go on a play clock. I'm sure Hillsdale coaches won't try to dissuade him from that strategy. Sets up a 4th and goal for the Red Wolves. Boy, even a field goal here stops the running clock. I don't know if you're Cuyahoga Heights. I know you need the points, but man, you got to almost stop the running clock first. This is it. Shotgun formation. Schaefer with the ball. Surveys the field. Chalks up a Hail Mary, and Cuyahoga Heights with the old jump pass, like the old Tim Tebow style play. Schaefer with a little jump pass finds number 9, Curtis Van Divner, in the end zone. We got the clock stopped. We'll see what's going on here. Clock stopped. Looked like a for sure touchdown. To make that call, yes, I think they're just stopping the running clock. So they're just stopping the running clock because Cuyahoga Heights scored. But look at this, the old Tim Tebow jump pass right here, improvised. And Schaefer, wrapped up and getting pulled to the ground, finds number 9, Curtis Van Divner, in the back of the end zone. Schaefer started to run the ball, and all the defensive backs for Hillsdale started to converge, obviously, from the 2-yard line, what you need to do. And Schaefer just tall enough and strong enough to kind of shot put that ball over everyone's head and let it land softly in Van Divner's arms to stop the running clock and make it 37-13. The PAT ensuing. by Bryce Rush. And Rush makes it 37-14. Hillsdale in the lead with a commanding lead, but Cuyahoga Heights has stopped the running clock and looks to kick off. Hey, will it be an onside kick or will they kick it deep? Stick with us. We'll find out when we come back.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Welcome back, folks, to Orrville High School. Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves have just scored to stop the running clock, but it's still 37-14. Hillsdale with a commanding lead, and Heights kicking off. Heights onside kicks, gets the hop, beautiful hop, but perfectly fielded. Number 5, Knox Lewis. Give that guy the Iron Jockstrap Award for the night. Beautiful job covering that onside kick, perfectly executed by the Cuyahoga Heights kicker, and Knox Lewis takes a big shot, hangs on to the football. Very brave play right there by Knox Lewis. Gives Hillsdale a short field. 8:46 left to go in the game. 37-14. Hillsdale with all 3 timeouts. Cuyahoga Heights with all 3 timeouts. Lewis in the gun. Sloan, that's Haven set next to him. Haven puts his shoulders down and bulls ahead for about 2 yards, maybe 1. Oh, he's not tackled, just stood up. Cuyahoga Heights now selling out to stop the run. Kael Lewis now, number 13 quarterback, Kael Lewis, getting the call from his coach, gets the huddle with 20 seconds left in the play clock, breaks it with 15. He's been watching that play clock. He's trying to snap it with about 3 seconds left. In the gun, letting the play clock run. Oh, and a number 77, Garrett Furr, has had a great game, but just cannot hold his water there and jumps for a very costly 5-yard penalty. Makes it 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 from the 44-yard line. Score update for the locals. Perkins on top of Ontario, 21-13 in the 4th quarter. Lewis in the gun. Handoff to number 3, Brock Bauer. He's able to get that penalty yardage back. And that makes it 3rd. Doesn't quite get all the penalty yardage back. He only got about 2 on that. Makes it 3rd and 10. Boy, Cuyahoga Heights gives up a couple yards on the 1st down. Hillsdale commits a costly penalty, puts him behind the sticks. Now it's 3rd and long. And Hillsdale, obviously, they don't get it here. They'll be punting. Cuyahoga Heights with a nice drive to score on the last drive. 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left. Haven in the backfield next to Lewis. And that's a handoff to McFadden. McFadden got some green grass in front of him. Picks his spot, gets a 1st down, stays in bounds. And Hayden McFadden ahead for about 17 yards. And a Buckeye Horizon 1st down. Beautiful run by McFadden, just being patient here. Watch McFadden get the corner and just kind of pick his crease. Pick the corner and just kind of picks his spot and turns on the Jets. Nice block there by Jake Haven, out leading out there to clear the way. Hillsdale 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. Haven set up to the left. Give to Hayden off the right side. He finds a crease. Now he's ahead. He's got first down yards and pushes ahead for more down to the 20-yard line. And Hillsdale starting to impose their will on the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves. Great job by the offensive line blocking downfield. 78, Landon Thomas, and 77, Garrett Furr, blocking 10, 12 yards downfield. That's how you close out a regional championship game. And that is regional championship football. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock. Lewis in the gun, surveys the field. 2 receivers to the left. Again, handoff, this time up the middle to Haven. Boy, that one was designed to bounce to the right, but the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves had some defensive linemen had good penetration on that play and able to force Haven just to get downhill to try and get some positive yards, which he does. And number 3, Brock Bauer checks out of the game. Lewis now in the huddle. 15 on the play clock. Twining in the game at the tailback spot. Takes the ball off the right side. He's got a hole. Lowers his pads, and he's ahead for a first down. Number 42, Reed Twining is a junior. He goes 5'7", 155 pounds, runs behind his pads, and gets 9 yards. Owen Sloan haven't seen him since that one long run. He's checked out of the game, but congratulations to him. Owen Sloan, 1,604 rushing yards this year, is a new single-season record at Hillsdale. Thanks to Mr. Hate It from the Ashland Source for that tidbit. The previous record held by Corbin Major. Oh, Corbin's parents are right in front of us, too. I hope they didn't hear that. Corbin had 1,574 in 2012. And there's another flag. And we'll try and pull this play apart. Personal foul on the Red Wolves. That one's been coming for a little while. And that'll move the ball ahead. And they'll spot the ball at the 6-yard line. So it'll be first and goal Hillsdale from the 6. I got to imagine it's a heavy dose of run here. Haven goes back to his H-back spot. Twining in at the tailback spot, set off to the right of Lewis. 24 seconds left to go on the play clock, so Lewis wisely now does not set his offensive line down. Let the play clock run, but the game clock is not running. Not sure why they didn't wind the game clock here. We've got whistles here. Lewis asking why the game clock was not wound when the ball was set for play. Calling for a new play clock here. And getting the new play clock, now winding it. 40 seconds left, 40 seconds on the play clock. So Lewis is going to run this thing down below 4 minutes to about 3 minutes. They'll have to probably snap the ball 3 minutes, 40 seconds. No one told me there'd be math tonight. And the game clock hits 4 minutes. Play clock at 9 seconds. 3:47. And that's a give to Twining off the left side. And he is ahead to the 1-yard line. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the game. Hillsdale about to put the final nail in the coffin. 37-14. If they score, we go back to a running clock. And on the last drive that Cuyahoga Heights had, they did not have the kind of drive where you could score in that kind of time to stop even the running clock at this point. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. 10 on the game, 10 on the play clock. Lewis in the gun, Twining to the left, give to Twining up the middle, and he is stopped short. Not the listen, not the worst thing in the world right here for Hillsdale. Let that clock run. The best thing for Hillsdale would take all 4 downs to get this touchdown. Ball security is going to be very important right here. A little wet and rainy out. Hillsdale's not deviated from the shotgun formation. Kael Lewis has shown great ball security tonight. Ball on, it's got to be the 1-inch line. They're not going to need much here for a touchdown. Lewis in his shotgun now. Twining set to his right. And we've got whistles. And Coach Cline called timeout. So timeout Hillsdale. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Hillsdale's got the ball. 2nd and goal, looking to put it away.
Home and Kitchen Supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Back to the action. Hillsdale with the ball, 2nd and goal. Looking to put this thing away. Get the 20 again, up the middle. And he's tackled short again. Makes it 3rd and goal. But tick, 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 tick. Clock is running. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. 3rd and goal here. So they're going to run some more time off the clock. Like I said, not the worst thing that happened to Hillsdale to take 4 downs to score right here. Bleeding more time off the clock. Of course, once they score, it's a running clock again. And that'll be all she wrote. 1:45 left to go in the game. Lewis and Haven in motion. Pitch this time to Twining. Twining gets behind his pads. Twining in for a touchdown. And that puts the score at 43-14. Scoreboard says 43-14. Are they chalking up A.J. Brown's PAT a little too soon? And Hillsdale, with the extra point, can get back in the running clock situation. That's Jake Furr rushing on the field. Garrett Furr, I'm sorry. Garrett Furr rushing on the field. And A.J. Brown set to kick the PAT. Oh, bad snap. Handled beautifully. And Brown puts it up. Boy, who's the holder? Let me get his name. The holder did a great job. Number 3. Brock Bauer, great hold here, able to scoop it off the ground, up and good. And we'll keep it right here with 1:37 left to go in the game. Hillsdale has got this thing all sewn up now, 44-14 over the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves, who themselves have had an amazing playoff run. Started the playoffs as a 9 seed, knocked off the 1, the 5, and the 8 seed en route to this regional championship game. Hillsdale, the 2 seed, proving a bit too much tonight, though, for the Red Wolves. As Hillsdale, the reality starts to set in for some of the guys on the sideline there. They will forever be champions at Hillsdale High School, as they will win their this program's first ever regional championship, add another win in the win column for that record number of wins in a year. As they look to kick off, Cuyahoga Heights will have a running clock. I don't see Cuyahoga Heights rushing at all. They'll probably maybe run 3 or 4 plays, and we'll start to hand out the trophies. Yeah, and as you hate to look ahead to next year too much, but if you look at this team, there's a lot of juniors. Kael Lewis is a sophomore. Owen Sloan's a junior. Brady Heller's a junior. Garrett Furr's a junior. Corbin Deere is a freshman. Landon Thompson's a junior. Sloan's a junior. So a lot of key contributors on this Hillsdale team coming back next year. And McFadden kicks it out of bounds. I think he just toed it. I think he got it with his toe and just drove it out of bounds. That certainly wasn't on purpose. But the clock is running, so it's not the worst thing for Hillsdale because no one on Cuyahoga Heights sideline is in any kind of rush, and the Hillsdale fans start to rise to their feet as they realize the drought is over. The Hillsdale Falcons will soon raise a championship trophy. 22 seconds left on the play clock. Cuyahoga Heights comes out with mostly backups in the game now. 10 seconds on the play clock. Some youngsters for Cuyahoga Heights checking in, getting lined up. 4 seconds on the play clock. It looks like they're going to take a penalty, and that's going to be it. Not sure what to do here. Zeros. Referees throw the flag. It's going to be it because the clock won't stop. So that's it. The game will end on that penalty. And Hillsdale, the Hillsdale Falcons are your 2024 Division 7 Region 25 champions. And they will be taking on the Danville Blue Devils in an Ashland County, Knox County showdown to see who represents the area in the state championship. We'll take a break, folks. When we come back, trophy presentation time. Don't go away now.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
You know, yoga isn't just for men with ponytails. It's a great tool for relieving stress. But most of those poses aren't realistic. Yeah. You're a construction worker, not a f***ing gymnast. That's why I made this video. Yoga for men. With poses like Weekend Warrior pose. The man spread. And my personal favorite, the just resting my eyes pose.
That's the stuff.
From depression, relationships, stress, and everything in between, Go to mantherapy.org and take the 20-point head inspection to better care for what's under that hard hat. Because taking care of your mental health is the manliest thing you can do.
Let's go.
Welcome back, folks, to welcome back, folks, to Orrville High School. We just saw the Hillsdale Falcons wrap up their first program time the program's ever won a regional championship here at Orrville High School with a commanding 44-14 running clock victory over the Cuyahoga Heights Red Wolves. Cuyahoga Heights, historically a strong playoff team. Hillsdale able to knock them off. And as we look down south, Danville has got a commanding 40-6 lead over Eastern. That's not going to change. So we have set up an Ashland County, Knox County state semifinal in Division 7. That is, if you live in the Knox County, Ashland County, Holmes County, Richland County area, boy, you are really excited for that game, that state semifinal game between those two teams. And as we continue on with the Sloan Concrete post-game show, you see on the screen there the end of game stats. First downs, Hillsdale 17-8. Rush yards, there it is, 220-98. If you want to win playoff football in Ohio, you have to have a deliberate run attack. You cannot do it without a deliberate run attack. That's pulling guards. That's guys blocking downfield. That's pushing the other team off the ball. And Hillsdale did that tonight. 157 pass yards for the Falcons, just enough to create enough balance that really kept Cuyahoga Heights off balance all night and open up those running lanes. Owen Sloan, in the first 3 quarters where he played, commanding running. He goes for 157 tonight. And on the year, Owen Sloan has 1,604 rushing yards. That is a new single-season record held at Hillsdale previously held by Corbin Major at 1574. So Owen Sloan etching his name into the record books, not only as a regional champion here at Hillsdale, but also as a all-time running back. I appreciate all the folks on the fan zone with the comments. We'll try and get, after the pictures are done and the trophies are handed out, we're going to try and get Brady Heller and Kirchbaum up here as my players of the game, because not only for this game, but how those two have played all year. Really want to get a chance to talk to those two guys, the Brady's, the Brady bunch, we'll call them, Brady Kirchbaum and Brady Heller. Like to talk to both those guys here in the Sloan Concrete post-game show. And great comments coming in from all the folks in the fan zone. Keep the comments coming. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll get the Brady bunch, Brady Kirchbaum and Brady Heller, up here in the press box for a post-game interview. Stick with us, folks. We'll be right back.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
new flex. Ruthless. Ruthless.
Welcome back to Orrville High School. I'm here with a couple regional champs. I'm calling them the Brady Bunch. We got Brady Kirchbaum first. Next, we'll hear from Brady Heller. I want to talk to both these guys because I believe both these guys, both these standout two-way players, are both unsung heroes on this Hillsdale team. So I want to really highlight them tonight. Brady, you're not the typical left tackle.
Nope.
No, what are your measures? 6'3"?
I'm 6'6", 215.
6'6", 215. Not the typical tackle. You were a skill position player. Make the switch to tackle this year. Your coaches say you are one of the best blockers on the team now. What went into becoming a standout blocker and improving and changing a skill set? What'd you do to become such a good blocker?
So last year at tight end, I didn't really catch many passes anyway. I was already more of a blocking tight end. So just moving down the spot on the line, and then we have some wonderful O-line coaches, and it's just been a blast from there. I mean, everything's been so easy, teaching technique and all that.
Seven-man sled a lot. You guys spend a lot of time hitting that seven-man sled, pushing that sled around. Say yes, not
Yes.
yes, not yes. A lot of time hitting the seven-man sled, pushing the seven-man sled around. So make the switch to left tackle. And on defense, you play defensive end.
Yes, sir.
And, man, you are in – I got you for about 8 or 9 sacks on the year. You had 7 sacks coming in, 7 tackles for loss coming in this game. I got you for a couple sacks tonight. You've been a disruptor all season, and what you guys been able to do, get pressure on the passer with just a few rushers. Talk to me about your defensive line play. What did you do to develop to be such a good defensive lineman?
I mean, same thing, obviously, great coaching. I mean, just learning moves off of, honestly, like social media, just really like taking my game to the next level by like doing actual research outside of football practice.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So doing the homework, so to speak.
Yeah.
Doing the homework on your own. Good for you. Now, you are part of an offensive line that has got a 1,600-yard back and a 2,500-yard passer. Now, you guys are here representing the offensive line, but talk a little bit about that offensive line unit. What's that like in the huddle?
So mentality is the biggest thing. Obviously, even though like we obviously came down from skill position players, we know that we want to be linemen. It's fun to block. That's our mentality. Just we want to block. We're the best people on the team to do that. So,
Brady, you're a senior, and your team is the first ever regional champions from Hillsdale High School. Just tell me what that feels like for me to be a regional champ as a senior.
It hasn't really hit yet, but like I was crying down there when the timer went off, and it's crazy to think about. Like we're going to be in the record books forever.
Congratulations, buddy. Hey,
thank you.
Look in the camera. Give a shout out to whoever you want to shout out to.
I want to shout out my entire family. I got a lot of them down here today, and then shout out the O-line and our running backs.
All right, that's Brady Kirchbaum. Brady, give me the headset here. I'll take that from you. We'll hear from the second half of the Brady Bunch, B squared as they call themselves. Put that on, Brady Heller. Brady Heller also was a skill position player, moved to center, and everyone knows in a running attack like you guys have, the center is where it all starts. If you don't get the center line blocked up, you're not going to be able to run the ball. Again, just like I asked Brady, what did you do to switch from a skill position player to a lineman? What led to that type of development to help you be such a dominant center?
So honestly, I think a lot of it was my teammates actually. Like we have a senior guard, Grayson Alice, and he helped me with a lot. He stayed with me after practice every day for a while until he got me coached up basically. My O-line coaches, shout out them. I mean, they helped me a lot, and then that's where I'm at now.
And you turn around and you play linebacker on defense. You might not know this. I want you to research a guy named Dick Buckus. All right.
Who it is.
All right. And he played 2 ways at Illinois. He played center and he played linebacker. So a good role model there to follow, right? You're like Hillsdale's version of Dick Buckus, right?
I guess so.
And man, you were laying out some Dick Buckus types hits down there on the field, stuffing the run. No one's been able to run the ball on you pretty much all year. Anyone who wants to try and attack you guys has to attack the edges. What's it been like to shut that run down from the middle linebacker spot?
So honestly, it feels good knowing that I have good D tackles and D ends. They honestly kind of open everything up for me and my other linebacker, Aiden Hoffman. And they honestly take up blockers, do their jobs. That makes makes us look a lot better.
Sure. Had some nice tackles in the line of scrimmage. Also had some great hits, great tackles in the open field. Really nice form tackling, so I want to compliment you on that. Looking ahead to next week, it's Danville. It's Ashland County, Knox County for a chance at the state championship. And we all know what kind of tradition Danville has. Okay, so what will it take for you guys to prepare yourselves for that very competitive, very hard-hitting game?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take what we've been doing all year. It's focusing on being physical, coming to practice every day with a mindset to get better, and playing our best football.
Hey, that's Brady Heller. He's Hillsdale's version of Dick Buckus, center and middle linebacker. My man has about 120 tackles on the year, been all over the place. Hey, right now, Brady, look in the camera, give a shout-out to whoever you want to shout out to.
I want to shout out Reed Twining, stepping up big tonight, filling in at linebacker for injured players, doing a great job.
Hey, that's Brady Heller. Hey, and the Brady bunch, Brady Kirschbaum and Brady Heller, there are MVPs, our 89 Homes and Builders MVPs.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
This is Zack Truax back here at Orrville High School, where we just saw the Hillsdale Falcons wrap up their regional championship, and they look ahead to what will be a very tough and very physical game against Danville in, like I've said 100 times tonight, probably the biggest game in the Ashland County, Knox County history, as 2 Division VII teams will play for a chance at the state title game. To start this game off, I said Hillsdale needed to be who they are. Complementary football, balanced on offense, and that's exactly what they did. Owen Sloan and the rest of the backs accounted for 220 rushing yards, while Kael Lewis was able to slide around that pocket, throw for 158. And man, when a team puts up 300 and some, almost 400 yards of offense on you, and you don't know whether it's going to be through the air or on the ground, it makes you very tough to defend. So Hillsdale takes a very good offense into next week's game against Danville. I wanted to give a big shout out to Audrey, the athletic director here at Orrville High School. Thank you for amazing hospitality, amazing facilities. If you know anything about Orrville sports, you know they have amazing tradition over here of winning. So really appreciate you guys putting us up tonight, all the good food that everyone else ate, and I didn't have one bite of it. I didn't have one bite of that food. That's okay, though. Everyone else helped themselves to it. So for Zach, for OH Report, Adam Thompson, the man that makes everything go, Keaton Cooper behind camera, I'm Zack Truax signing off from Orrville High School. Hey, guess what Monday is? We got a live stream wrestling of the preview from Lexington, and it'll be time to keep a wrinkle in the back of your neck and your laces off the mat. But until Monday, have a great weekend. Zack Truax signing off.